Hey, this is on a quick speed shop. I'm in the shop. Look at this. I got the yellow 37 Buick in the shop. The battery's dead. I'm going to pull it out. I think I got another one to slap in it out in another car. Let's find out if it fits. I got it up in the air. Let's start working on it. Bam, you want to see street rod action? It's happening right now. Welcome back to the quick speed shop. I'm Josh. What I'm working on today, check it out. Bam, yellow 37 Buick here. This is my dad's car he built back in the 80s and 90s. It's 400 small block Chevy in here. Check it out here, 400 small block, bam, right there, 30 over, turbo 350, 10 bolt posi rear end. It's got a Camaro Firebird front frame, subframe, school bus yellow, National Chrome yellow, school bus yellow, full on street rod with a nice interior and everything. A really nice running driving car. It's got probably 30-something thousand miles on it now. It's been all over the place. So I had a problem with this the other day. I wanted to get it out and take it to the car club picnic, and it wouldn't start. The battery is dead, and I've got a battery cutoff switch, so there's no draw because the battery's shut off. So I charged it up. I got it running. I brought it in here about a week ago, and I've been doing a bunch of other stuff, so I haven't had a chance to work on it. The battery, when I charged it, it did start up and drive up here fine. But let me set the camera up. I got a feeling it's going to be dead again. Let's give it a whirl here to see if it does anything. Hold on a second. I got too many GM keys. It helps when you put the right key in the ignition. Alright, let's try it. Nope. I had just put a battery in this. Well, actually it was a while ago when I brought it up here. It's six years old. And it takes a charge, but then it loses a charge like you just saw. It just cranked and popped. And it's probably got a shorted cell or something. I don't drive this car a super bunch because it's a really nice car. I was taking it on some long trips, like when I went to the Syracuse Nationals, I was the car to take it there. But the problem is with it, and I might have said this in another video, this thing's got 370. I think it's got 373 gears. It's got a short tire in the back of it. And it screams it on the highway. It turns like 3,200 RPM at 70 miles an hour. And with a 400, that's a big bore, big long stroke engine. You really don't want to wind it that high for an extended period of time, like for hours on the highway. I haven't really been driving it that much because it's a nice car. And I'm not really into shiny nice cars because they're such a pain. Like the thing is filthy again. I've only driven it a little bit, and it's always filthy. This yellow attracts dirt like nobody's business, and I don't like cleaning stuff, so I haven't driven it that much, but I wanted to get it out and take it to the formal picnic for the car club, and it let me down. The battery's dead. So today we're going to get under here. It's super low. I think I got one of these Harbor Freight high long reach low profile jacks. Should be able to get it up under here. We're going to have to jack it up a ways. The battery's back here, like under the center of the car, and it's a side terminal style battery. Okay, here's the battery. You see these here? These are external jumper cable mounts. They're brass. You can hook the cable in there. That's how I charged it there. But this is the battery. Let's see, this is a negative. And I can't remember if I gotta take this cradle out to get the battery out. It's got a piece of like rubber on top of it, wedged between the floor and the battery, so I don't know if that's the only thing that's holding it. Or what. Actually, before we get too carried away, I should check, make sure there's not corrosion. I had dielectric grease. I said I don't remember how this comes out of here. There's... Oh, there we go. Piece of rubber jammed in there. That seems to be factory. Oh, that's easy. Look at that. The rubber kept her locked in place. Now the next question is, how does it come out? Turns 90 degrees, I think. Maybe. Oh. Ow. Yeah, right there, 7/16's the date on this thing. Oh. Heavy, 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 heavy. You know what? I think, remember this, I had to take this piece out of the way to get this out of here because it won't quite fit. I had a little bit of an oil leak. The valve covers, they got stainless steel bolts and they had all loosened up. And the valve covers are leaking, and I see, and the rear main leaks, so there's a little bit of oil on the other side of the car here. Okay, I think that gives us enough room to wrestle this out of here. Whoa, careful, wrestle. Oh yeah, oh, oh, that's my hand. Well, that wasn't too bad. It's got 12 volts and we put a load on it. See, it's got 12 volts on it there. I turn it on. Goes right to... It's drawing it right down. So it looks like my last battery. I had good luck with these from AutoZone. I had two of them. I got like, geez, I want to say like 11, 12 years out of a pair of them. These Duralast batteries. I got them from AutoZone. This one's a pretty good one. It's a 700 cold cranking amp, 875 cranking amp battery. But as you can see there in the tester, it must have a shorted cell or something, and you know it's taking a charge and it's going dead, so it's got something drawing it down. And you can see when I put the load tester on there that it, you know, kept going down on the bad scale. So I'm gonna go outside. It's dark right now. I'm gonna go outside and we'll crack open that Trailblazer, take a peek at that, and we'll pull that. It's got an Interstate battery in it, and it should be the same size as this 75 size series size. It should be the same size, so it should fit in the car. And that battery is only 2 years old, so we'll go pop that out of the Trailblazer and we'll stick it in the car and see if that fixes everything. Okay, it's the next day out here. Check this out. This is the Trailblazer I mentioned. It's what, an 04, I think? Yeah, an 04. Let's take a look under the hood. Bam, look at that. LS motor. It's a LM4 5.3 liter all aluminum. I think it's like 294 horsepower. I'm not an LS guy. I haven't been in the LS world at all. But this just happened to come up. A coworker had it, and it's got some rust. The brakes are out, and it's got a hole in the frame on the other side, so I bought it. Knowing it had a V8, it's the long wheelbase extended Trailblazer, but it's got the V8. I didn't even realize it was aluminum. My friend Jim's like, hey, that's the aluminum 5.3 in there. I'm like, really? So I looked it up, and it turns out these are super cool. So it's got 160K on it. I'm going to pull it on out of here. It runs perfect. It's got a new water pump. Just the, you know, the rust killed the truck. So I've got that, and I've got the Chevy S10 out in the driveway. You might see in the background a yellow step side. That's got a bad motor, but it's got a good 4L60E transmission. So I'm going to mount that tranny to the back of this engine and have the ultimate like aluminum LS street rod motor or whatever to do something with. I don't know what, but we'll do something with it. But in the meantime, there is a brand new 2-year-old Interstate battery under this cover here, so I'm going to wrench this thing on out. Look at that. Oh, it's a second. Come on, man. Well, a second battery is better than nothing. This is an Interstate battery. It's just, we got an Interstate store right down the road, and you can get blems. And that appears what this is. Because it says second melder right on top of it, but still, you know, it should be fine. I mentioned that S10 with a 4L60E transmission. Here it is here. It's a step side. It's an 03, I think. It's all rotted out. It's in gray primer. It's all mudded up on the bottom. It's got a 4.3 V6 in it that is, the guy changed the intake manifold on it, and I think he dropped something in the motor, and it's apart. I got it cheap. It had brand new wheels and tires on it. I sold them at a swap meet. Last week I went to the antique truck show and they had a swap meet for 2 days. Actually, the wheels off that S10 I sold there, and I sold a couple other things. But one of the things I bought, if you haven't seen the video, I got a Model Ford TT truck chassis, which is like a Model T but a 1.5 tons. I bought that for yard art. I also bought this engine. This is a 56 Ford Y block. It's a 272 2-barrel. It came out of a 56 Ford Crown Victoria, and the guy that had it, I got it from, he had bought it from another guy, but the guy that owned it originally built a 292 Y block, and he put that in his Crown Victoria, so he pulled this motor out. It looks like it's a little tired, but it's clean on the inside. It's a 2-barrel motor, like I said. It's got a cracked exhaust manifold, which I think I have one of these in the basement actually to replace that. It's got the crossover manifold up top, or that sweeps around or whatever on here. But I don't have any Y blocks. Actually, I bought a Thunderbird transmission for 20 bucks just because it was there. That has the, I think the, oh, that's an FE pattern. I'm not sure what bolt pattern it is. But anyways, for $50, the guy was talking about scrapping this thing, and I was like, you know what? I can't see scrapping a good Ford engine, you know, for 50 bucks. I'll take it. So we got it here on this cart. I'm going to put it away just for whatever. You know, maybe I can trade it to somebody for something else or use it or something like that. But I didn't have a Y block. Now I do. The other thing I bought is this super awesome power bandsaw. Check this out. I had to put it out for sale on it because I bought it at the swap meet. And everybody is coming over and trying to buy it after I put it in my spot. But it's an Ensley. It's real nice. It looks like it can take about a 12-inch wide piece of material. Let's fire it up. I'll show you how it works. It works super awesome. It's got a little pin here you pull. It's supposed to have dual springs here to hold the carriage. The one spring's broke. I had to fix that. But let's see if this lays over all the way. The spring will stop it from doing that. But here it's got an on-off switch. When a saw comes down, it shuts itself off. You got this material clamp here that's pretty slick. I just put a piece of 3/4 inch tubing in there. Let's go ahead and we'll tighten this guy down. Where's the cord? Let's reach. Okay, we'll bring the saw down here. Turn it on. How cool is that? I gotta adjust it just a little bit. It almost cut through that, but how cool is that? It shuts itself off here with a switch. This thing, I bought this, like I said, at the swap meet. Guy had 150 on it. I got this for $100. I think that's a super, super good steal. I mean, if you went to Harbor Freight and bought their cheapest, like, bandsaw like this, I think they're like $300. It's got a material stop here. You can put the material stop out to stop, you know, so you can do repeated cuts. A 1/2-inch motor. It's all Dayton parts, Dayton motor, Dayton gearbox. This, I just got to figure out which size blade this is, but the thing is super awesome. It should work great. I've always like cut this stuff with a Sawzall to get a crooked cut or whatever, and you're in there on the vise trying to do it. Now I can cut all kinds of things with this. Bigger cut, I would put a little bit of oil on the blade. We just burn through the steel, but cut through that tubing no problem in 2 seconds there. This thing's freaking awesome. You can adjust the clamp up to 60-degree cuts. So I'm really, for $100, this was a steal. Everybody was trying to buy it. I probably could have sold it easily for $300 at the swap meet, but I kind of always wanted one of these, and you never ever see them, and it came up, and I jumped right on it and got it. So I'm pretty happy with that. This thing's awesome. We got a fail here. Fail. Check it out. Here's the old battery. It's like 9 inches wide. This one, 10 inches wide. They're the same depth. This is like a Group 78, I'm going to guess that says, and this is a 75. Unfortunately, the stupid battery mount in the car, is only 9.5 inches wide. So it's formed out of angle iron, so it grips the bottom of the battery. So this interstate battery is not going to work in the car here. That's a bummer. Alright, bam, here we go. It's next day. Woo! Finally got a battery. Went to the store here. It's like a farm store called Runnings, and they have good deals on batteries. I was able to get this a little bit more expensive than they were, but I got this, what is it? It's a Group 75 810 650 crank amp battery. It's pretty close to what I had in the Duralast Gold. It was $89, so that's cheaper than I can get it at other places around here. So we're gonna slap her in the car now. Hopefully it'll work. It should. It's the same size. It's got the go handle. Where's Derek? I got the go handle right there. So let me climb under the car. We'll stick it up in there and see. It should work. Should work fine. And the car will start up, and I'll be able to get it down and get it out of here. There we go. Bam. She is placed. And we'll take our handy dandy securing rubber and re-secure it with the securing rubber. Just like that. And I know it's not the best setup, but the wires actually help hold it in too. Let's see, it's got to go back here. Okay, I got the car set down. I got the juice on. Let's go ahead and hit it and see what happens. Can't pull out right now because I got 37 Fords like half dead behind it. But we will try to start it. Showing 12 volts on the gauge, that's a good sign. Oh yeah. It's a little cold-blooded here. There's no choke on the carburetor, so even though it's warm out, it's cold-blooded. But we're charging to 14 volts. That was the problem. That battery had a bad cell or something, and it was just drawing it down. So we got a brand new battery. I'm gonna warm this up, and then well, I can't pull out right now because the 37 Ford's derelict behind it. Gonna go out and work on that next. But we fixed the old 37 Buick. I think I'll take it to lunch today to the cruise night we got here. It's we got a little Sunday afternoon cruise, so there we go. Was a pretty easy fix once I got in battery. So this thing's ready to go. I got to get it inspected this month, so we're back on the road with a 37 Buick. So thanks for watching. I got to go outside and work on that 37 Ford next. That flathead is still fighting me. So prepare for next time. More flathead 37 Ford action. But in the meantime, the 37 Buick is back on the road. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again right here, working on cool stuff at the Quick Speed Shop. Woo, race car. I'm a professional. Don't try this at home.